time it'll be pretty simple. Gone through it a few times now, and realistically, it's just about making subtle different choices. They get slightly altered endings.
Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens?
Physical resistance. I wouldn't mind some better Shieldbreaker. In fact, I'll take Shieldbreaker back. As I always seem to get stuck on those shields. Of course, a nice sword. Freeze my foes in place. Death.
The Ravens had taken the town. Renato had seen villages emptied like this. All the people taken away to be sacrificed in the Emperor's secret rituals. Renato hoped the people were just hiding. Renato wondered who was leaving chests of sword-crafting supplies around. He wanted to thank him.
Right? Who does that? Who leaves behind these things? Alright.
Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard.
Just gotta keep
Better get
running.
moving. If they got to Lapino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lapino. Well, unless he really was a traitor, obviously. Then they'd probably pin a medal on his chest.
Latino. Record
Dirty
time.
and bloody, Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle.
This is the
Renato
thing.
recognized the
You're gonna be
craft.
playing
It
this
was
game a whole
Lapino's
bunch of times if you
favorite
want to
deck.
get every little
Oh, I thought you were
story,
in
ending,
danger.
or credit.
I
crumb.
am. The Ravens are coming.
And I might do that on
It's
my
a
own
prison
time.
thing.
I want to see if
Like,
I can
this
just
guard owed me 52
beat the thing
gold,
first.
So we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for
Yes,
weasels.
yes. Reasonable.
Now, I got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia. We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who also happened to be a deadly sorcerer and, oh, his only daughter.
I turned the truth indicator
That
on
would be
to
worth
help
it.
me find the
On
truth.
the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
Well, this way leads to the blue truth.
Zenobia wasn't just the Emperor's daughter, of course.
They'd been best friends in sword fu school. feel the amount of time she's
The
going to
city
betray
was
me over
already
and
under
over again.
Zenobia's control. I had to admire her efficiency. Renato shivered at the thought of Zenobia at the mercy of the interrogators. Could he really turn her over to them?
Could I?
This was war. It wasn't meant to be pretty.
Because I know the truth about Lupino, following along with his plan is the best way to do this. But his plan is so stupid. Give me more stuff.
Hey, I hear black is the new dead.
Stupid buffed enemies. Oh, that's it. Ruined my perfect. Man.
This was the nice part of town, but the ravens had been through here. They like to take shiny things home to their nests.
You go, Ravens. So shiny. That's so Raven. Shield Breaker, best damage you will do.
Renato had learned so much about... Ooh, what was it again?
Okay. That it? It's my last sword upgrade. Woo! All the shiny weapons. Hanzo would love these. Fantastic.
Firewalls only let you through if they think you're hot enough.
Ha ha ha. Oh yeah, I took this way last time. Ruined me. Well, not this time. Sweet. Alright. Enough dilly-dally. Let's finish this level.
Why was Lupino urging him to capture Zenobia? Obviously it was a trap. But you never knew how Lupino thought. Sometimes his plans were so convoluted they did the exact opposite to what Lupino wanted. And there must be some way to play on that, Renato thought. Renato hated gogglers, but it freaked him out to cut them.
I'm basically just remaking my last trip. And bam!
So, what's this plan of yours? Use me as bait, said Lupino. And he outlined a slightly complicated plan that involved geese, a net, setting the Farfarer a little bit on fire, Lupino dressing as an old blind toad, and Renato hiding inside a monstrous watermelon. What could possibly go wrong? Thought Renato.
Sure.
Oh, this is gonna be fun, said Lupino, as he ran to go set up his marvelous plan.
I bet you that makes some subtle difference.
Ooh, a workbench. Did he have any jewels he hadn't tried out? He had.
So not worth it. Purple sword. Alright.
Ah, the road less traveled, thought Renato. How intriguing.
Oh, come on, I totally blocked. Yeah. Oh yeah, physical resistance level 3. Not already, cool. Sweet. Alright, a skill point. Already done all my time sword food. What else can I do? Let's make a stand
Cool.
more longer.
Wish I could do that.
Damn. There we go. Yeesh. It's where the combat gets a little bit harder every
Renato
time.
felt dubious about the whole plan. With every step, he was waiting for it all to go horribly wrong. But against all odds,
But it didn't.
Peppino's idiotic plan worked. Zenobia's ravens ran off after the geese, the net dropped, and Renato jumped out of the watermelon and put his sword to Zenobia's throat. Renato, she said, are those new scars? They look good on you. You never return my velvet jacket. It was
Skip
my
butt.
favorite. You look stupid in velvet. Oh, what does an imperial princess know about style? Oh, get a room, you two, said Latino. But the fleet was coming on fast, so they put Zenobia on the Farfarer and took her east, over the Nexus. She'd vanished from Swordfu School, from his life, without even saying goodbye, without ever telling him she was the Emperor's adopted daughter. Ah, Lapina was right, Renato thought reluctantly. She knows things. She recognized his look. You're taking me to the interrogators, aren't you? She said, wide-eyed. And then she jumped, with horror. Renato saw Zenobia plummeting. Then he saw the Nexus below them. Cats always land on their feet. Ah, she'll head for the Imperial outpost, yelled Lapino. You have to catch her.
Wah wah. Yeah. Just like the last time I did this. So I'm doing it step by step. Exception of the interrogation.
Cats can run faster, but foxes can run longer. If he ran, he could head her off before she reached her minions at the outpost. Well, he did love a good chase.
Jerks. Gonna let you get this
There was an engraving. Maximum capacity, 130 people.
The doors are shortcuts, I think.
I wonder what happens if I go that way.
I won't have seen every path. question. Seeing as I've before 45 minutes. You know. Jerks. You ruined my perfect. Man. One of these days I'll get it.
If he ever had a castle, he was going to hide his
Shieldbreaker
stuff.
level 3.
He was closing on her. He could smell her fear. He tried not to think about the interrogators at the secret base. What did they do to her? Maybe it didn't have to end that way. Maybe
Oh, it's
he could
gonna
talk
end
to
this
her.
way.
But after all,
Talking to her doesn't work.
there were
bud.
worse things the Imperials had done to friends of his. How could he have let her escape? Why hadn't he shackled her? Bernardo wasn't used to being on this side of the whole prisoner and jailer thing.
Alright. Hey, fun fact, doing this gives you an achievement. Off with the edge with ye. Grab, pull, disrupt ye. Freeze you. Stop buffing people. Dang. Woo.
Bernardo reached
Beautiful
the
combat.
outpost. The Imperials there were no match for him. Soon after, Zenobia limped up the path. When she realized he was already in front of her, she didn't even try to run. All
Ha-ha.
the way back to the Farfarer, Lupino nagged Renato about how the interrogators would pry all the intel out of Zenobia. How that would turn the tides in the imminent battle. All they had to do was
Good.
take her to the rebel secret base.
Key.
Renato
It's telling
didn't
me.
like to think about what the
Ha.
interrogators would do to her.
The last time, my
Couldn't you
one
just
mistake was
talk to
doing
her?
the thing different from the last time I did the first time of the doing the time. God, I don't understand how this tree works.
Renato could see ravens everywhere, searching for the rebel base. They'd have to hide the Farfarer or go on foot. What if we get separated?
But I found
Asked Lupino. For once, thinking ahead. I'll show you a map to the base. Renato told Lupino. Renato, don't do this, said Zenobia.
it's probably not going to end well for me.
We were
so
friends
what do I care?
once. We... Shut it, witch, or I'll shackle your mouth too, said Lupino. See? Renato thought. There was no way Lupino was working for the Empire. He really hated Zenobia. And then, a few moments later, they touched down.
No. Even knowing the inevitable truth that Lupino will betray you, you're still putting in good words for him. God, what did this guy
As
do for you?
Lupino pulled Zenobia off the Farfarer, Renato readied himself for the battle ahead. I'm sorry I nicked your jacket, she said. It's just... It's stupid, but... It smelled like you. What? He said, confused. Then... Why didn't you write? Why didn't you first speak? Oh, save the romantic nostalgia. Let's go! Shrieked Lupino. So Renato launched himself down the path to the secret base.
Ooh. So yeah, this is a little different than my last run. So probably will still end up on the Emperor's fleet. Always ends up on the fleet. have any level ups yet. Ah, come on.
He thought
Jerks.
about Hypatia. Oh, she'd been an amazing rabbit. She could talk to him about comics, and talk to her son about history and battles, and talk to scholars about the ancient tomes hidden deep in the vaults of the Library of Ubar. Oh, Renato really missed her.
Right? He misses his original love. Not this bitch. Aw, yeah.
Those flames really bring out your eyes.
Jerk.
Renato was walking Zenobia to the rebel secret base, where she would be interrogated. So, why was he feeling so scared?
Yeah. Because he knows the truth. She just gonna fuck him over. This always happens. Alright. I remember this. This was the way of many paths. I definitely didn't have a purple sword last time I was here. So let's try the purple path.
He hadn't noticed that path before.
No, I haven't been on this path before. Let's see where it takes me. That's the thing. Mildly repetitive, but nuanced. I had to break this down into one buzzword. Speed.
The rock felt hot in his hand.
Ooh,
He
energy
could
on
feel its
kill.
secret power.
I never really used energy on kill. Should I try it out? Oh. So purple just... Okay. So then... I really have to go back. Okay. I swear I've been up there before. Ooh, more bad guys.
Barely landed a claw on him.
In fact, they didn't land a claw on me. Haha. Perfect health, perfect energy, perfect fucks. Let's keep the ice sword going. New gem! Energy on kill level 2. 4% energy back. Versus attack speed. Increased by 20. Double damage versus resistance to smash. Attack speed. Alright, let's assume I'm supposed to be good at the game. Energy on kill. Help generate speeds. Let's try this game. Let's try this game. Never hurts to experiment in this game. That's what I've noticed. I fucking threw you into the other guy. Not cool. Screwed up my perfect
Caught their
man.
breath. It's beautiful, she said, looking at the ruins. This used to be the Library of Ubar, he said. Before your father's ravens smashed it. Do we have to talk politics? She asked. That's not how I want to remember you, she said with an odd, wistful look at her face. She was as beautiful as she'd ever been. And as brave. Lapino huffed. They got back on the trail.
I kissed your woods. It didn't work out for me. Okay. Clearly, this is the shorter path.
Renato wondered if it wasn't cheaper to build bridges and stairs.
Dang. Still only acceptable. Come on. Okay. That's the most invincible I've ever seen those things. That's what I get. Alright. Ow! Not the one I wanted to attack. Oof. To be fair, that's what I get for having 200 health. Gotta increase the stamina. Slice. Oh, I'm back to.
Hey,
I'm back here.
Why don't you guys fight in groups? Oh, I know. Because there's no I in team.
Oh, that's a terrible pun. Thank you. It's like you can slice it. I sliced it. I hit the wall. Terrible hit detection. All your fault, game. Now I'm bleeding.
The long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. He was on fire. So far, so good.
Aww. Yeesh. I've done better, but my style was good. Come on, let's wrap up this tragedy.
As they made their way to the secret rebel
tunnel.
base, Renato felt strange. Zenobia was his prisoner, yet somehow she felt more like an old friend. He wanted to tell her all his secrets, but suddenly the ruins lit up with thousands of fireworks. There was a thunderous roar and dust rose. The caves were collapsing. The caves? You've been playing me? Renato said, and he stared at Zenobia. I'm sorry, she said, and she seemed almost embarrassed. Then everything went dark. When Renato came to, he had a terrible headache. Also, Zenobia's sword was at his throat. And her shackles were gone. So was Lupino. The terrible thing is, he said, I really have missed you. Now that we've destroyed the rebellion, would you consider becoming an advisor to the Emperor's daughter? I'm no one's servant. Everybody serves. Even if it's only destiny. I like to choose my own destinies, he said. The whole point of a destiny is you can't choose.
Can't choose your
Never
destiny.
mind, she said. Look, if I see you again, I'll have to kill you. He watched her ship soar away. He would see her again, he decided. Even if he had to fight his way across the entire fleet.
Oh yeah. Take on the fleet time.
The Imperial fleet was cleaning up a few rebel remnants. For only a moment, he thought about running. But heroes don't run, even when the world is against them. Even when their cause is hopeless and their efforts futile,
Hopeless and futile.
pointless and useless and death painful and guaranteed. He's decided to stop thinking for a while.
Like that the game knows. It's so self. I think that's what makes it really enjoyable for me. I mean, the gameplay loop's fine. It's addictive. It's good.
Led
Combat's
right into the middle of
fluid
the
and all that
fleet.
jazz.
With a glaring weakness in the defense.
This game seems to be about its heart. It's really good storytelling. That can go a long way. Just look at the Mass Effect series. Actually, that's probably a poor example. Whoop. Off the edge with ye. See, I think my style points go from doing a variety of different things. So I'm just going to try and do all the things, which I guess is an achievement. But I don't remember what all the things are. Am I supposed to hit him with a dash? I don't have that unlocked yet. Maybe I have to be a high level to do all the things. But I'll get more points if I do more stylish stuff. Some good pondering over Brock's breaking.
This
Okay.
would be the perfect place for a tic-tac-toe board.
I forget if I want to go this way or not. Ooh. So far, good. Ah! I forgot both Kree crates. Oh. Style acceptable. Ooh.
Maybe I should follow my nose, thought Bernardo.
Treasure. Energy on kill, level 3. Dang, son. Ooh, more lore. Fight protects the seed. Never get you're fighting for. Empire brings peace, prosperity, and stability to the islands. Ho ho. This is true. Unity. Weak. There's no law. Rebels will destroy a great empire. Crush every voice of dissent until there's harmony. Right, protects. Right? Everyone has a different idea of world peace. That's almost why we will never achieve it. If we do, I don't think it'll look like people want it to. Am I supposed to get on that thing? Watch out for fire. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Jesus. Stupid slingshot mechanic. Oh, Jesus. Come on. And this is how
Have
someone
you
gets it.
ever felt you were just going round in circles? Bernardo felt like that.
All the time. Ooh. Yes. Dang. See, it took my whole sword and it healed me, what, like, less than a third of my health? Worst healing mechanic ever. Ah! Why? Wow.
Where Renato went next, cannot follow. Yet.
Okay. Did not realize that.
There was
What
a
the
radiance
hell?
at the end of a long, dark tunnel.
Mother?
Mother? He thought.
Okay. I'm serious this time. Really? That is way less bad guys than before. I guess it factors in all the deaths. It like easy curves you. Weird. Oh. Oh.
Don't be shy.
Dang.
Renato's arm was sore, his armor wet with raven blood. He was tired of death. But death was not yet tired of him. The rebels were losing. Badly.
Oh boy.
In some other universe, Renato thought, he and Zenobia had left Swordfu School together, taken other names and sailed off into the mists. But not this Zenobia, and not him. For him, there was nothing to do but forge ahead. Kill the Emperor and end this.
You ever think about the other universe? Where you did it a different way?
This was definitely better than pulling yourself up in a fight.
Absolutely. That's how it is. Am I at the fireballs yet? Yeah. This level's the same every time. This level a minimum of 24 times. You cannot accept that. You shouldn't play this game. Ooh, I get to go up this way
He'd
now.
confront the Emperor.
Sometimes I have to go up the other.
Funny that this whole war had come about because the Emperor feared death. And now it was coming for him. There was some sort of lesson there, wasn't there?
Oh, bitch. Dead. Good enough, I guess. Into the mouth of the beast.
At last, he reached the Emperor's ship.
Alright.
Zenobia was there.
She's no Carmelita.
Why'd you have to come back? She said, guess I'm just serving my destiny. He shrugged. You don't even know what that word means, she said. Do you ever wonder if things have been different all the time? She said, and drew her sword. In the end, Renato lay bleeding out on the deck. Zenobia sat by his side, upset. What are you so upset about? He asked. You wouldn't understand. Why didn't you tell me you were going to leave school? I was afraid you'd convince me not to. I guess I'll have to buy you a drink in the halls of the Valiant then, he told her. And then he was gone. He should go back to some of the choices he'd faced before. Maybe there were new paths that had opened up. Like those doors he was opening up all over the map that took him to new treasures and around his enemies. But he'd learned another true thing. Zenobia still had feelings for him.
Mm-hmm. Mystery completed. Number 10. Walking the cats. Yeah. Bam! 4 truths! 2 levels! Oh. This would be better if I was a higher level, huh? That's the thing. Am I supposed to not find all 4 endings really easily? But you unlocked it for me. Mathematically, one of these would have to. I mean, you're always going to end up ruining your life this way. But now that I know the 4 truths, how do I... Is there a true ending? Let's
The book's pages fluttered to the beginning once again. Faster than before? And he fell. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas.
Yep.
It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course. Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. And he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
I basically found the true ending the first time and they didn't let me have it. Bet you that's what's gonna happen. And for the cajillionth time, we're gonna start by rescuing.
Renato finally realized that Lapino was a traitor to the cause. And maybe Renato could use that somehow.
There we go. Nice.
Renato couldn't quite put his paw on when he'd realized Lapino was working for the Empire. He'd never exactly seen Lapino sending coded messages to the palace, but he was sure. The rabbit had been on too many disastrous missions where he was the only survivor, or where he accidentally missed getting on the boat that went down to the abyss in flames.
Right.
If Renato could prevent Lapino from getting back to the fleet with all the intelligence he'd probably gathered, it might be worth the trip.
I get it. So while you're going through
How
the
had they come
24
to
gajillion
this?
times.
They'd been on so many adventures together. Lapino had talked Renato out of prison at least 4 times, and Renato had rescued Lapino from at least 2 lynch mobs.
Alright. Well, as always, I completed a story. And now, next time, we finish it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how this works. But thank you for joining me on another path